Bum, bum. Totem Pole Nation. It's the second of the month. Thursday. We are all men on a mission. We are getting after today. I wish that was louder. Or is it my computer that's not loud? What up, Keys? What up, everybody? I got my main man Lambo joining us. Him and Paul are walking it out. Me and Coach Taylor in the studio. What's going on, Totem Pole Nation? We're live here, Life Lessons Podcast. And what we're talking about today is champions. Champions are built in the off season. What do you guys think about that? Paul's fired up. Paul, what do you say?
Hey, I just thought when you opened your mouth, I thought of something totally different than what I was just talking to Troy about. Okay, so I'll give you a story because it applies to all walks of life. Hey, bud, I entered the military in the war era. Okay, so when I was a lieutenant out at Fort Carson, Colorado, Thursdays was training day, and my high-speed right-hand man, non-commissioned officer, Sergeant Gamble, he was like the guy that was training the lieutenant, but I was in charge of everybody, but he was the guy that was in charge of making me a better officer. Well, he used to set up this uncanny like training, like kicking in doors and convoy training, live fire, and I couldn't stand it because all I could think of was somebody getting shot. That's all I could think of was the negative. He goes, man, if we don't practice this walking side by side with real bullets, how are we going to do it for real? Well, fast forward, and I'll pause right there because, in between 1980-ish, would dabble in there a little bit of Kosovo, Albania, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and then there was a long period of time where we weren't in combat. Was my point. And no one, when I entered the military, like I didn't see that many people with combat patches identifying that they've been somewhere deployed in some theater. So, okay, fast forward 6 months later, we get deployed to Iraq. I'm in northern Iraq, and we're going on convoys out every from. We started getting fired upon. The lights go out, and here comes these tracers, and they're tinking off the truck. And my gunner in the hat in my Humvee, he starts ripping off off the thing because he's trained to shoot into direction. 18-year-old kid from northern Georgia. His name was Bird Dog.
Yes, Bird Dog.
So the Bird Dog, 18 years old, is just ripping, and then we get out of the kill zone because we're logistics operators. So our job is to get through the kill zone, no matter how we have to do it. If we have to crush vehicles, move out the way, we fire back and get out of the kill zone down the road. So we're back because he just liked it. And I was like, dude, it's over. I know, I just want to make sure, sir. And he's like, grrr. I'm like, no, stop. And I just grabbed him because he's sitting right here on my shoulder. His butt's right here, and he's just up in the hat. And I had to slow him down. The moral of the story is I was prepared to go there because of all the practice rounds that we did. There's a lot of people that practice the whole time they're in the military, and they never get to do it for real. Well, I did it for real 3 times. And the first 3 months, it wasn't fun because you're scared of dying. But after that, it just becomes the adrenaline rush of, well, if you're gonna go down, you might as well go down swinging, you know. And I learned that, and it's made me an aggressive person, an assertive person. So, you know, like compare that to football. You know, if I know I'm prepared, I can play a step faster on the field. If I know my coaches have prepared me, and then I know every formation that they line up in, I'm going to be a step faster. Well, I knew everything that was going to happen. I knew when I saw a dead dog in the middle of the road, hold on, guys, we're going to move this convoy over. That might be something. Because I was trained that is something. And what's funny is it's still embedded in my mind. When I see dead animals or bags of trash on the side of the road, I have this little feeling, because those are the things that they use to try to get us. Yeah. So it just looks odd to me when I see trash in the United States. I don't mean anything, but when I you know, every time I see it, do I identify with being back there? So
yeah,
so that's my you know, champions are built in off. The off season for the military is back in CONUS, inside the United States, training, firing weapons, going on convoys, doing unorthodox stuff, that weapon, practicing first aid, all that stuff that you get sick and tired of. But I'm here to tell you, I had to do it all for real, or watch one of my coworkers or one of my soldiers do it for real. And that's where I just, like, it came full circle to me. And then I was one of those guys that can say, look, I played in the Army NFL, meaning I was down there. I was over there. I was there.
Yes.
Not everyone can say that. Hey, good morning. And I'm proud of that, because not the proud that I was there. I was proud of the fact that I went through all of the checks, and I didn't say, man, stop talking to me, Sergeant Gamble. You're just full of crap. No, I sat there and listened, you know, and I learned. And it literally probably said, it saved my life and the life of others, because I knew what was going on. And once I was not scared of dying, then it just became like, all right, let's go. What do we got? What do we got? It was pretty cool.
The part of your story that I really took a lot from is you were an officer, but a guy who was not an officer was expected to teach you to be an officer.
Yes, when you first get commissioned as a lieutenant, when you're a lieutenant in the Army, the first person they give you to be your right hand has been in probably 10 or 12 years, but you're his boss. But the relationship is, he's your trainer until every time you get to another rank, you always have an older one of him with you. Always, I call it a caddy. But I learned real quick how important he was, because my dad was one of him, and he told me, don't mess around with that guy. And then when I first met my commanding officer, my lieutenant colonel, I came in her office, I was like, Medley reporting. She's like, hey, Lieutenant Medley, I only got one thing for you. See, without Sergeant Gamble on this post, you're fired. Get out of. That was my introduction to the Army.
What'd she say? You broke up a little bit.
Okay, so I walked in the office and I reported, and I was like, hey, I'm reporting to Fort Carson, Colorado, ma'am. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Gwendolyn Torres. First thing she said to me is, Paul, if I ever see you without Sergeant Gamble, you're fired. All right, you two get out of my office and go to work.
Wow. Man.
That just told me that. So I've seen, I would walk into Burger King and see her, and I'd turn around and leave because I was by myself. Yeah, I didn't play with her. She didn't play. Gwendolyn Torres. And another thing she taught me too, that's why I was very successful. She was more of a stickler for grammar than she was for the mission. Don't spell nothing wrong on a slide, or she would just crush you. But you know, it taught me to stay up late and go over and edit my work before I have to present it to her. Yeah, she was tough, man. But I learned a lot, man. It just became me. When you get beat up like that, it just becomes part of your fabric of what. So for the rest of my career, I edited everything. I edited everything because of her. Because I didn't want to send up something with a misspelled word.
You become the book.
Lieutenant Colonel in the Army.
Wow. Hey man, iron sharpens iron. I bet there's some things
I got to play the game.
You did for her. What do you think about that, Paul?
Me?
You think she learned something from you?
You know what she learned from me? I'll tell you this question. When I was a company commander, so now I was a captain. I'm on my 5th year, and I got appointed as a commander of my first company. So I sent her an email and asked her would she come to the ceremony? You know, because I'm one of your former lieutenants. I'm getting ready to take a company. She didn't even reply to my email, but she sat right behind me at the ceremony. And then she turned, and after the ceremony, I turned around. I was like, "Hey, ma'am, glad you came." She's like, "I wouldn't miss it for the world. I don't miss any of my lieutenants making company commander." And what I taught her is, I think I taught her is, she cherished the fact that her former lieutenants wanted her back around. She knew that we got something from her, and then, you know, as you know, now she's a full colonel and she's on her way out. She just wanted to say thank you for dealing with my my toughness, my tough love on you guys, because you didn't understand at the time what it meant, but now y'all do. And that was kind of cool. And that was the last time I saw her. And then, like, she passed away like a year later because she had like terminal cancer, and she didn't even, I mean, really get to enjoy retirement. It was really, really pretty sad. But yeah.
MK.
But
wow.
Evelyn Torres, I'll never forget that lady. And I'll never forget sitting in the office that my first meeting ever in my life. I'll talk about it probably at my funeral.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it at your funeral?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up for 1 minute and talk, and then I'm gonna go sleep.
You're gonna pop up out of the casket
like the Undertaker.
Do they cross
no,
your hands?
Man,
Or they put your hands next to you? How do they do it?
It was some good times. And again, I just wish like you know, some days when I was laying in the sand or just sitting in the sand, like smoking and joking, because you know we used to smoke and joke, cigarettes, and we'd drink like fake beer in Iraq. And you sit there talk with the soldiers. I only wish that everyone that I grew up with and that I knew could just sit there one day with me and see how we actually lived, because it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, because you had everybody. We had fake beer, we had cigars, went after mission, and then we had movie night, and then it was back to mission. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just was cool. And just to ride through the country, just to see what it looks like, so people could appreciate living here. And I thought, you know what? And I thought that Iraq was, man, this is messed up, man. But then I go to Afghanistan, I mean, and it's literally, it makes Iraq look like paradise. They have highways, they have highway signs. People have license plates on their cars. In Iraq, there's no such thing as a license plate. There's no such thing as a line on a road. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, dogs just hanging out at gas stations, just right by the pump, just laying there. Like, the dogs are everywhere, man.
Savages. My friend, Coach Spencer used to have a shirt that said "infidels" in Arabic that he would wear. It was offensive to some people, but infidels.
Different world, man.
Different world.
But I will tell you this. If they ever got their act together, Afghanistan would be the #1 country in the world to vacation to go skiing. They make the Rocky Mountains look like up a speed bump.
Wow. If they ever
I'm
got
not
their
kidding you. Yeah,
will
it's places.
anybody ever
They could open up ski resorts everywhere. The mountains. I mean, you just stare at them. They're so big. I mean, and I lived in I came from Colorado. I came from Colorado Springs, which is right next to a mountain, and deployed to Afghanistan. And I was staring at them. I was around mountains, but I lived there in Colorado 5 years. And when I went to Afghanistan, I was like, wow, dude, it is impressive.
Maybe that's the reason we keep fighting wars in Afghanistan, is that we want to start ski resorts. Because I mean,
no, that's not it. No, I mean, no. I mean, it was being helpful servants of the world. But that place is the place number one in the world too for growing poppy seed, and that's why that will never happen because it's the right climate and everything for it.
Yeah. Lambo, man. Lambo, you seem like a man on a mission now. What's going on? You're drinking water, you're walking. I don't know this guy, man. What are you doing? You got a new life coach?
No, I ain't got no new life. I just think, as you get older, you don't want to die early. So, you gotta, stay fit. You gotta have the proper habits. And I think yesterday I had a pretty good diet. I think I had some spring mix, lettuce, some salad, and some mandarin oranges, some applesauce, and then I ate some ramen last night. So I mean, I feel.
Look, the only thing I would advise you is, because I remember being 25, is keep moving, and you'll get faster at what you're doing if you stay with it for 2 weeks, and then it'll be something. It'll be part of you, like brushing your teeth, because you have to do it or you'll miss it. I mean, and again, you only get so many chances to crank it up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I stop walking for a month, man, it's harder the next time to start, because I'm not the spring chicken. But it keeps you springier than your age if you just keep doing it.
Well, Paul, as your old self, I'm faster than you anyway. As far as walking, I could beat you in speed walking. But my point to my, I wouldn't call it a new journey. I mean, you could say whatever, new journey or what. I just want to be healthy. I don't want to die with diabetes and all this stuff. Like all this food that we got out here in America, it's not.
You don't want to die. You don't want to die of things that you could control. That's a good answer. Yeah, because some of it you can't, but those you can.
I think we got all this, all this bad food in the world, and with our new, kids, growing to the generation coming into the world, you know, this government doesn't allow us to eat healthy. They want us to eat crap. They want us to eat all this McDonald's and Burger King and think that stuff is good. No, 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 no. The healthy stuff is good. It may not taste good, or it may not sit right with, certain taste buds, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure you digest yourself. So I guess I went 2-3 days without drinking juice, without drinking soda, without drinking the margarita. So I'm gonna have some cheat days along the lines, probably on the weekend. But as of now, just starting like 3-4 days ago, I'm more dedicated to getting my body right and trying to lose at least 40 pounds. So it's all about the mindset.
Wow.
It's all about mindset. If your brain tells you no, that means you ain't gonna do it. If you allow your brain to tell you yes, you can easily do it. It's all about putting in the work. That's what the episode is for. Building champions in the off season. You got to put in that work in the off season, and you got to put in the work in the off season and in the season to become champion. That's why the Kansas City Chiefs are the most consistent team in the NFL, because they be putting in that work.
Man, I'm proud of you, Lambo. I'm really proud of you, my brother. Yeah, man. I'm gonna send you some information, just some blueprints, just some extra stuff that you can look at. But yeah, man, the food that you eat can either be the safest, most powerful form of medicine, or it can be the slowest form of death. All right. Eat your food like it's medicine, or one day you're going to be eating medicine like it's your food.
says Steve Jobs, who was a vegetarian and died from pancreatic cancer at what, 50?
I think so. That's what my mom is fighting right now.
Golly.
Yeah. I talked to
Terrible.
my pawpaw, who is 86 years old, and he said he can't smell anything. I said, well, if you can't smell anything, why don't you eat all the healthier stuff and see how you feel? You can't smell it. And he was like, well, maybe I'll have to try that. So
You
hey,
can't
man.
smell it. You can't taste it either, probably.
Yeah, man.
You can't taste it.
Never too old, man. Never too old to make changes. But yeah, you making a change now, man. I promise you, give it a couple weeks, Lambo. You're going to feel better and better. You're going to see some progress. And progress is one of the most important things. You know, once you start seeing, hey, man, this fits better, this fits better, boom. It becomes more contagious. You'll do more. Look at those cannons.
Look at that.
Look at those cannons.
This is all natural, baby. There is
All
no
natty
juice.
right there.
John Cena wishes he looked like this.
You better
Jacksonville,
stop.
Florida.
John
better
Cena
stop.
wishes he looked like this.
You better stop. John
This
Cena,
this is natural.
you better
this-
stop.
John Cena wishes he looked like this.
You better stop it.
He
Stop.
was a
He ain't-
D3 center. A D3 center.
What does that
think he
mean?
can
What
see
does
you
that
right,
mean?
Coach.
John
It
Cena.
means I would take him and I
No,
would
you won't.
bam.
No, you won't.
That's what it
No.
means. He don't
No, it's
want
not.
none of this.
John Cena is the greatest of all time in the WWE.
Yeah, John
now,
Cena, he can get dropped like anybody can get dropped.
Coach Taylor, you can't drop that man. That man
Oh,
is
yeah?
just strong.
Look at
If
the
you could
eyes. Look at the eyes.
Wait a minute. He can have the eyes all he wants, but if you could drop John Cena, I hope you could drop the Tribal Chief and Roman Reigns. I hope you could drop him.
Well, I
Can you
got
drop
my
it?
homie on the end, and my homie on the end's got something for Roman Reigns.
You're not ready for that. You're too old. Once you get dropped on your back, you're done.
John Cena and me's the same age.
No, that's not
Gets
true.
Some
No.
totem pole wrestling.
No. Coach, no, you're 45 and you're old, and John Cena.
And how old is
47.
John Cena?
47. That's not the same age. That's not the same age. 45 and 47 are different numbers. That's not
Coach,
the same age.
you definitely got better hair than John Cena. Let's see the back of that head, Coach. Let's see the back of it.
No, see the back of it. You got a bald spot in the back of your head.
There's not a crystal ball there, man. That's hair.
Look,
Hair.
right, and John Cena's hair looks like brown shoe polish. If
Ooh.
I took what John Cena took, I would be more jacked than John Cena. It's called cheating. It's called gear. It's called champions are made in the offseason. Something's told him that he needed to be geared up. That's right.
Speaking
hate.
of geared up, spring football has started in the state of Florida. I want to give a huge shout out to Pinellas High School Media Group, man. They give all the insight here in the 727. I wish they were worldwide, but man, they really put high school football out front and in your face. One of the greatest platforms down here. Love those guys. Lot of news. You guys don't do spring football. Is that correct? Do they do it in high school in the state of Virginia?
It
They
never
don't do it.
stops.
Okay, they play a game. They play one game in the spring. They will play a spring game, and then after that, school ends and all transfers are they're ready to go.
Virginia doesn't have any rules because Virginia High School League is a very weak organization.
It's a what? Woke?
A very weak organization
Weak.
that doesn't have a backbone because of a lack of leadership and sportsmanship.
Hey, man. I
Thank
can
you
see
very
where that
much.
happens. I can see where that happens. Yeah, it starts at the top, man. You got to have a good leader in any association, without a doubt. But, Coach, I don't know, man. Have you taken your medicine this morning? You're looking a little crazy eyes.
No, and I don't want to hear nothing about John Cena. I don't want to hear nothing about John Cena. I don't want to hear nothing about anybody that's supposed to be big time. Because the people that are big time ain't even big time. Why do you think Totem Pole Nation has the chance of partnering with the GOAT? Autograph, Tom Brady, MTV. I want my MTV.
I think we're gonna maybe do a partnership and take over MTV Sports. What do you think about that, Coach?
Is there such a thing as MTV Sports, or is that something they got rid of?
I think they got rid of it.
Did they used to have it?
I think we're gonna bring it back.
Do you remember when MTV actually played M music? I mean,
maybe we need to do that on our channel. Maybe we need to do that on our channel. We just have consistent, amazing music playing.
I don't think they'll let us, but yeah, let's do it. Oh, here we go. Look at this. My man.
Ooh.
Money for nothing, and the chicks are free. They're always free.
Hellman, what up, my brother? Thanks for checking in. We got MK, Money Moves. Love you guys. Yeah, man, it's good stuff, man. Love that song, without a doubt.
Yeah, Dire Straits. That's us. We are in dire straits. Where is the man from Seall? Did he just have a flashback? Did he jump and hide behind a tree?
I keep trying to tell you how old he is, man. All that walking, he must be tired because I got more energy than he does. So you just old, man. When you get old in age, you get tired of all that walking. So his legs might have just gave out.
I could see Paul pulling a Rambo on somebody.
Yeah,
because he's very nice and he's very calm.
Those are the ones you got to watch the most, Coach.
Yes. Rambo never talked. But Rambo would snap. Lambo, are you a fan of Rambo?
I don't know who the hell that is.
Rambo Lambo. We need you to do your research on him.
You don't know who John Rambo is?
Probably not.
Ooh. Hey, I'm going to bring it to you, Coach.
I can't hear you. You got to turn it up. Powman, Rambo First Blood is the GOAT of all films.
Heck yeah, man.
And Lambo doesn't know who Rambo is.
Powman, you the guy we need to kick back, sip a couple suds with, for sure, man. You know your stuff, brother. Dire Straits, Rambo. We're living this morning, guys. We are living this morning. Without a doubt. Do you know who Dire Straits are, Lambo?
You said what?
Have you ever heard the song Money for Nothing and Chicks for Free?
Yeah.
One of the best solos to get it started. Love it. Man, did my morning get a whole hell of a lot better. Woo! You only got one shot, ladies and gentlemen. You only got one shot at this thing called life. Why not live your best one?
That's the dude right there that we need to put the music on. That guy's got a system. He's got a system that would blow Lambo's little 5-inch subwoofers out of the water. Show him, Paul.
I don't know.
Do you know who War is now?
War? What do they sing?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? All day music. Ooh.
Paul, Lambo does not know who Rambo is. Do you find this hard to believe?
I think we got him blacked out again.
He gotta get some new equipment. He too old. He gotta get some new equipment.
How many steps you getting in a day, brother?
He gotta get an iPhone. He gotta be part of the iPhone people.
Lambo, you need to get 10,000 steps a day. You do that for 2 weeks, it's gonna drop, brother. It's gonna drop.
I think I got more than. I think I got more than 10,000 steps. I mean, I'm walking at least I'm walking at least about 2 miles right now around my neighborhood. I got a big neighborhood.
Paul, we got you back, man.
Yeah, I just finished a 5 miler.
Nice.
Yeah,
Show that
that's
young buck.
that's my goal. Yeah, that's my goal. Every morning is 5 miles. 5 miles.
That's impressive.
Yeah, you do that. You
Then it gets me. It gets me ready. It gets my mind ready. I mean, I don't even need coffee when I walk 5 miles. But I'm going to drink coffee anyway. I love coffee.
Yes.
Coffee is bad for you. It is bad for you.
Why don't you Google it first before you start saying silly stuff?
Right. Lambo, just don't put all them tacos in it. No creamer.
Paul, Lambo doesn't know who Rambo is. Do you find this hard to believe?
Knowing what I know now, no. He doesn't know what a good football team looks like.
Damn.
Lambo, what do you got to say about that?
I don't pay no mind.
Lambo, can I ask you a question? Since you're on me about my picks, who is going to represent the AFC and AFC Championship game? Since you predict the NFL future, go ahead.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go chalk too.
I think that
The Baltimore Ravens.
The NFL.
Whoa! You got to pick one, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that. See, you're already doing it.
No, I'm not.
See
No,
what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
telling you the truth. Those are the top three. Those are the top 3 teams in the AFC that I trust to get to the AFC Championship game.
Bring that rag, which is Aaron Rodgers, and get every drop out of him. So I'm leaning towards Paul.
I'm just, you know what? And here's the thing. Why would you count out Aaron Rodgers? He's got so much to play for. It's scary. And he's not on a scrubby team. His team's not a bunch of scrubs.
Well, the other teams in the AFC are not a bunch of scrubs either.
Yeah, but he's going to wear a gold jacket. So you got to give him a fighting chance. You can't just throw him off to the wayside.
Ain't nobody's throwing them off the wayside. You asked me a question.
No, you are.
No,
you didn't mention him. You didn't say he's in the top 3 teams.
No. I did not. You asked me a question. I answered the question.
Is he in the top 5 teams in the AFC?
Top 5? Okay, top. You said are the Jets top 5 in the AFC? Hell the fuck no. No. The top 5
Okay.
teams. The top
Give me
5
top 5.
Top 5 teams AFC. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2, Baltimore Ravens. Number 3, the Houston Texans. Number 4, give me Buffalo Bills. And we're basing it off last year's performance. Buffalo Bills, number 4. Number 5.
We're not basing. How can you base it off last year's performance? That's over. Aaron Rodgers didn't even play. Come on, man. Put some analysis to this. I want some analysis.
I don't want to talk about last year when a guy wasn't playing last year. That makes no sense.
I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers. You asked me who my top 5 AFC teams.
If your
Those are the
top
teams
5
that I
teams
surround
right
with the
now
Jets.
on May 1st, May 2nd, what's your top 5 teams? Aaron Rodgers is
I didn't say
playing.
about top 5. Well, the Jets are not top 5. He's number 7. The Cleveland Browns are the 5th team that I trust.
Cleveland
boy.
Browns?
Oh boy.
Cleveland Browns?
Yes. Yes.
That is the best quarterback room in the National Football. You got Jameis Winston eating dubs. You get Mr. Watson getting rubbing tubs.
Are you a fan, Lambo, of Deshaun Watson?
Mr. Randy Watson.
Well, I tell you this, Deshaun Watson was great with Houston, but if he can stop being damn hurt, the Cleveland Browns can be something. Now, the Cleveland Browns made the playoffs with 4 quarterbacks, but he has to stay healthy. And when it comes down to this year, how healthy is Nick Chubb going to be too? I mean, the Cleveland Browns, they like to run the ball. They got a very great defense of Myles Garrett. So I mean, if Deshaun Watson can stay healthy, yeah, they could be, in the playoffs. But I mean, I don't know if they can have the exact same situation again this year where he goes down and gets hurt, and then you have 4 quarterbacks that perform to the team standard with a great defense to make the playoffs. So I think this is Deshaun Watson's probably last year in Cleveland, because I don't know how many times you can give this man a chance that he's always injured. I know he has a fully guaranteed contract of like $230 million, but the guy can't stay healthy for anything. So if he can stay healthy, yes. If not, I don't know. I mean, once he went down, we thought last year Cleveland was done, but I mean, Cleveland is surprising people in a lot of ways. So I'm not gonna sleep on them. I think they could beat up on the Steelers. They beat the Ravens last year, and they could probably go 1-1 with Cincinnati, depending on offensive line play and the secondary.
That division's brutal, man. That division is brutal. I got to think Pittsburgh's going to be a little bit better.
No. Pittsburgh.
Russell Wilson's got to be an upgrade from what they had last season, no?
Pittsburgh is going to be trash. The reason why they're going to be trash is Arthur Smith and Russell Wilson. They have to have that connection on the offensive side of the ball. Russell Wilson likes to throw them short passes. Arthur Smith likes to throw the ball, push the ball down the field. So they have to be on the same page when it comes to that. I mean, Russell Wilson, they got the receivers. They got George Pickens. I understand they drafted. I think they drafted okay, but it comes down to performance. They hadn't been able to consistently beat the Ravens. I mean, they beat them with the last game of the year, but they hadn't been able to consistently beat the Ravens. And the Bengals had their number last year. So I think it happens again. I am not confident in the Steelers' offense, but the defense is going to do its job. But it's not the old school fashioned way where defense can win championships. It's just not going to happen. So the Steelers will be last in the division.
Who's ever won a championship without a good defense?
Hold on here. I got one statistic for you. I know you're not big on stats, but Mike Tomlin holds the record for most consecutive non-losing seasons with only Tom Landry and Bill Belichick.
Hey.
One point of their career.
I didn't say the Steelers were going to have a losing record.
Whoa!
I just said they were going to make the playoffs. I didn't say they're going to have a losing record. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Breaking news from Adam Schefter. Totem Pole's Lambo has put the Jets in the top 7, so they're in the playoffs. They've got a chance.
No, they don't.
He's got the
You said
they have.
What about
that's Lambo. That's Lambo being Lambo. He'll put he wants the Jets to suffer. He wants Aaron Rodgers to suffer. But you know what? You remember? Hey. Hey,
No.
Lambo, good question. Have you ever heard of a guy named Rasputin?
Rasputin.
No. No.
You don't want it. Tell them guys they don't want to see Rasputin because I
doesn't
think
know
that's him. Huh?
He doesn't know Rambo. Jets or
Well-
Patriots? Who has a better
Well,
record?
that's his 25-year-old homework today. Look up Rambo and look up Rasputin.
Patriots or Jets? Who has a better record, Lambo, this year?
Patriots.
$100 right here, right here.
300.
Hold on.
Now up.
$100.
This will
Matter
be
of fact,
right?
Paul,
You already have two.
yes. What?
Paul, you have to save your money. You getting all them checks from the government. You need to save that because you're old.
No, he don't.
You need to save it. You need to
money.
save the money.
Dang.
Save the money. Use that.
Save it for
$100.
what?
You
Use
got
that
it.
$100. Use that other $100 to buy your family something because you're already gonna owe me $200 by the end of the season. You're already gonna owe me $200. You don't want to keep going up. You don't want to keep doing that. I promise you.
I do. I do what I know. I'm making free chicken like they make it Raising Cane's.
Paul, you don't want to work. Paul, you can't. Paul, you can't work
One
1 month at Raising Cane's. You can't work 1 month at Raising Cane's.
Oh, are you challenging me? Are you challenging me? If you're going to challenge me, I want you to tell them to hire me. I'll work there 30 days and quit.
You'll be running that place.
No, you won't. His back
The
will be
guy
hurting.
that you work for at Raising Cane's bought Martin Luther King's hearse.
That ain't got nothing to do
With the
me.
franchise
Do what he wants to do.
owner?
Yeah. And he bought a Triceratops head for $40 million. And there's people in America who can't even get food to eat. And he thinks he invented one love. Rambo wouldn't stand for that.
Neither would Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh, neither would Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers, I'm telling you, he scares me this year. You know what I'm scared about when I'm scared? When Aaron Rodgers is not talking, I get scared. Because that means he's playing. And when he plays, he plays. I'm telling you right now, just ask the Cowboys. He's a certified killer. He's special forces.
Ooh, he's special forces. Hooah.
He is, dude. When he goes covert operations, Aaron Rodgers is the one. He's a nasty dude, huh?
How many more Super Bowls can he win? I mean, Tom Brady.
That's all predicated on how long he wants to play and what they put around him, dude. Because I'm telling you, with him at the controls, and you got some pieces, you got a chance.
So you would rather have Aaron Rodgers than what the Patriots have?
Right now?
Yes.
Who do they have?
They got a rookie. Drake.
Lambo?
Okay, no, I'm not even worried about him. He ain't going to play this year. He doesn't do nothing for them this year. Who else do they have? Who are their receivers? Who's running the ball? Who's the line? Who's playing DB? I have no idea.
Ooh.
See, that's your problem, Paul. You don't do your research.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Dude. Okay, so when I tell you you're going to be in the basement this year, don't tell me I didn't know anything. Your no name pull the names off the back of the Jersey team. It's going to be in the basement in the AFC East. How do you like those apples?
That's not going to happen.
Ooh.
It's not going to happen.
Low blow.
It's not gonna happen.
That's where you guys live, dude. Don't try to make it anything that it isn't. That's where you live. That's where you hang out.
Well, the results are gonna be different because all that talk you gonna be doing, you gonna keep giving me that money and sending it to me. That's what's gonna happen. That's definitely
No,
what's
I'm
gonna happen.
not.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
sir.
Yes, it is.
Dude, I don't write checks that I can't cash.
Well, I never lose. I never lose money that I win. I never lose. I say it, I win. I always win. Just like I won last
And
night. I
so
said
you said so.
the Celtics will close out the series, and I said the Mavericks were going to win. I easily won $200. That's where my money, where my mouth is, right there.
Okay, well, where's your money? Where's your mouth is? You tell me that. So we got $100 that the Patriots record's gonna be better than the Jets.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Save that right here.
That's
Episode
3
186.
C notes.
42 minutes in. I'll tell you what. My
I can
favorite
keep quiet.
move that New England did this season was bringing in the tip of the spear. Scott Peters is running that offensive line for the New England Patriots. But, dude, that's a tough division, man. I mean, Miami, they're arguably the best team in the first half of the season. Buffalo finished the season strong.
Tua.
You know they're going to bring some defense. And with Aaron Rodgers, man, they are going to be a scary football team.
Tua is the weakest link to their team.
I concur to that, but they're better than the Patriots.
Until
Coach,
going
on
needed
there,
to be
man.
good
You're
and the bad.
deep in silence.
What defense? Our defense is back. What you talking about? Our defense is back.
Defense.
It's a new era in New England. This ain't Bill Belichick no more. It's a new era, and we're going
There's
to
gonna
be
be a new. Yeah. Hey, be careful what you ask for. Don't be throwing shade on Belichick now. You weren't when he was in the bowls. Don't do it.
I'm not
Don't do it.
I like Belichick. I'm not a Belichick hater. I'm not a Belichick hater. I didn't want Belichick to go. I'm not a Belichick hater. I didn't want him to go. I'm not a Belichick hater.
The NFL wanted him to go. The powers that be wanted him to go. How many more games does he have to win to beat Shula's record, Lambeau?
Like 14.
2 seasons.
Yeah. They're not going to let it happen, dude.
Definitely 2 seasons. Wow.
No, he can't. There's no. I mean, I just don't see a place that takes him on as the head coach anymore.
They're not gonna
It's
let
just the league has passed him by. Like it's not a he can't do it movement. It's that he's not a long-term solution. So no one's gonna just sign up for that unless they bring with them the young coach in place to be his caddy. I don't see Belichick ever getting a chance to do anything.
Well, he would want his son to be his caddy.
Yeah, and he's at Washington. He's at Washington.
His son at Washington.
Yeah.
With Jed Fish. Jed Fish was the head coach at Arizona and went to Washington to place Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, that's a big move for Belichick's son. Because you're in the Big Ten, and hey man, we're gonna hear him, see him, and see them on TV and see his defense.
So you mean a big move because he's broken from his dad's shadow and he's actually gonna have to coach himself rather than the defensive coordinator of the Patriots?
Yes.
Will his dad be helping him?
Yes, he will. But it's different than him being on the sideline. Now, they'll talk all the time, absolutely. And he'll make visits up to Washington because he already has. He was there for spring ball. But he ain't going to be there on a daily basis.
Bill Belichick will be a part of the Manning show they do on Monday Night Football. They'll be a part of that. They're working. There's something in the works between Belichick and both the Manning brothers. It's in the works.
Well, that means there's a deal with Disney. There's a deal with the 4-letter network. There's a deal with the government, CIA. Man, what if Totem Pole got that deal? With Autograph.
Ooh,
With
I think it'd be a lot of this. If
Tom Brady.
How about this, Coach?
Are there any houses on your cul-de-sac that are for sale, Coach Bald?
That would be a smooth deal, man.
Are there any houses next to Totem Pole headquarters for sale?
Yes, there's one in the neighborhood, 1.4, and you can be in the neighborhood. Come on down.
1.4.
I'll let you borrow some sugar or maybe even ketchup. But if you want to borrow my car, hell no.
Tell Lambo what he needs to do to get in the hot car and turn the heat on and sweat it out.
It's hot enough there. Just get in the car, roll the windows up. Don't turn on the air conditioner, and just set a timer for 15 minutes. Now, all you're going to do is sweat out all the water you've been drinking. But that sweating is good for you.
So the sweating is good.
Absolutely.
So, Paul, how did you sleep last night? Are you excited about today?
I actually slept very well. You know what I did? I mean, I got on Lambo's kick. I'm drinking. Here's my thing. And it tells you by the hour, like, it's time to drink. And I throw lemons in the bottom to give you some thing.
That's good stuff.
It is. It's great. I mean, you just cut up a lemon, throw it in there. You fill it up. I try to get it. This is 64 ounces. So at least two full ones a day. And I feel it's Thursday. I feel great, but I slept hard. I started taking the melatonin, and they're the vinegar ones. What's that brand?
Nature Made?
No, it comes in a red bottle. They have colored bottles. They have ashwagandha. They have vinegar chews, whatever. But they make a melatonin chew. And I took that the last 2 nights. I mean, and I slept hard. Woke up this morning. It's 4:30, and I was ready to kick doors down. But I don't like walking around out here in the dark, so I waited till 5:30 and got on my trek.
Wow.
But are you excited about today in the show?
I am. I'm just whatever now, man. It's just. It is what it is.
You gotta play the game.
Yeah. It'll tell me a little bit more where I am in the game. That's a good thing. But
made in the off season.
Yeah, this is the off season, and again, I'm willing to do anything. That's the thing about where I sit. I mean, I'm retired, so anyone could call me up and say, "Hey, I need you to be at Happy Valley tomorrow. We need to see you throw." You want me to go out to USC? I don't care. I'm ready to move. So whoever needs a quarterback, 6'3", 195 pounds, that can throw the ball through the goalpost from the 50-yard line, he's available.
Wow.
They're a premium. That is a primo position right there.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. Not going to be that skinny. He'll be he'll be 230
pounds, don't he?
Something like 85.
How tall are you, Paul?
6 foot.
Okay. How about your brother? Same?
No, he's like 5'11". He's the tallest guy in our family now.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But the cool thing is he's not going to be small. He's going to be 230 by the time he's 22 years old.
Heck yeah, man.
At least.
Program. Eating free and
no, because he's got a frame. He's got a frame that just. Yeah, he's gonna put on weight. Troy, you'll see it when you see him today.
Totem Pole Sports. What time is Totem Pole Sports today, Lambo?
I don't know. Y'all gonna be at Housing Springs.
So can we do it via satellite?
If y'all aware enough, sure.
What time?
5 o'clock.
It's 5
No, that
o'clock?
would be great. Because we can bring the stands and everything, and we could just do it side by side.
Yeah. What time is your team performing?
4:30 to 5:30.
Okay, so we can't do it at 5 because we got to do it later.
Okay, so how do they do this thing? Like, are they down on the field, or we sitting up in the bleachers? Because we can commentate if we're sitting there watching, right?
We're on the field. We're Coach Bald. We're wherever we want to go, ain't it?
We ain't gonna limit how amazing we got it.
Yes. We go where we want to. It doesn't matter if
So
it's
where do you like to set up, Troy? Like, where's your spot?
I don't know, wherever the players are. Yeah.
No, come on, man. You've done this before. What do you like? What's your like? Are people just gonna be mulling around the field?
Sure. Yeah.
Not in the bleachers.
We're going right to the field. Right next to the players. That's where the action is.
Coach?
Huh?
Are we allowed to say where we're gonna be at?
We'll just say the airport.
Ooh.
The East End, where you're from.
Y'all need to live stream that thing.
I don't know if we can, but maybe, yeah.
Sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I've already been turned into compliance at 2 different colleges in the last week. Yeah. Hey, why not make it a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 10th?
Hey, sounds to me like you're on a roll.
Yeah. If people aren't complaining about you, you probably aren't going hard enough.
Yeah.
You're probably losing. You're probably losing if people aren't complaining about you.
It's true.
So we're ready, Paul. We're ready.
I feel good about it, man. I feel good. I think something good's gonna happen. That's what my dream told me last night.
Coach Bald, what have you learned about dreams since you've been a life coach, certified? Dreams.
What have I learned about what?
Dreams. Have you ever analyzed dreams or in your life coach training? Did they teach you about dreams?
That's pretty new to me. That wasn't a section that was opened up. I didn't read that chapter. Yeah, I didn't read that chapter. Yeah, but hey, as long as you're
Nebuchadnezzar did.
Waking up, you're living. And if you're living, you still got a chance. You still got a chance.
We're living the dream. We dream in color.
That is true. That is true.
The Totem Pole experience.
We're living it.
Shout out our sponsors.
Huge shout out to St. Pete Rejuvenate. It's that time of year. People are getting sick. They're not feeling well. Give us a call. IV hydration therapy will get you good and squared away. If you got COVID, give us a call. We don't mind throwing on a mask for you and getting you better. You know, that's the thing. It usually cuts your COVID time in half of how you feel sick. Once you get all those vitamins pumping in you, you will be feeling amazing. And it will cut your sickness times at least in half. You know, we've had plenty of people that have come in there with COVID and have walked out feeling a lot better, went to work a lot earlier than they would have without us. So, yeah, give us a call on that. Ketamine infusions for people that are suffering from depression. It's a game changer. Do your research, get a doctor's note, and give us a call. Powman, thank you, brother. Dope podcast. You are a savage, and you always You always hold us down, and so do the rest of you guys, man. I love you guys. Better Call Paul, Crystal Ball. Do you have a pick of the day? What do you got? Where are we going to make money at today?
I got nothing. Lambo, give us something, man. I know you got me last night, so I'll let you have the call tonight.
Ooh.
I would take
cold cuts. Who do you got, Lambo? Who's your pick of the night?
I would take New York Knicks to close out Game 6. I would take the Bucks to force a Game 7.
Wow.
Ooh. That's I'm taking that just because you said it. That's gangster, dude. That's gangster.
No risk it, no biscuit, baby. No.
Whoa, that's gangster, dude. The Knicks going into Philly and just closing the book on them. Wow.
All right, guys. To the next episode. Join in later on Total Pulse Sports. These two legends are going to give you everything you need. Anything else? Go ahead, Paul.
I just got a question for Lambo. Lambo, do you know the status of Giannis and Dame Time? Are they have a chance to play in this series?
They might have a better chance to play in Game 7. I'm not sure if they're going to play tonight. I think they might be. Giannis has a better chance to coming back than Damian Lillard.
That's not good. All right.
All right, guys. I'm going to tap out.
I'm good, Coach.
Next episode. All love. Total Pole Nation. We'll be back.